About 10 years ago, I packed up everything that I could fit into my Toyota Highlander, and I started out from Memphis, Tennessee to Los Angeles, California to pursue a career in acting and filmmaking. And I actually started shooting a vlog of the experience. My plan was to make a video documenting the process and then continue vlogging so that others could follow my journey and see my progress. Well, I never edited or posted that video. And honestly, I don't think I would have had the fortitude to continuously vlog about my journey anyway. Starting with my car breaking down on the almost 2,000-mile journey from Tennessee, this journey has had a lot of ups and downs. A lot. But the past 2 years have been very encouraging for me, with a couple of major bookings and starting to finally feel like I'm getting the hang of this creative life, even though it remains very unpredictable. One time someone told me that it takes 10 years to make it in LA, and I was kind of laughing inside like I'm gonna do it in 2. Well, they were right, at least for me. Everybody's journey is different, and that's what's crazy about the creative life. And there's no path, there's no book that says do A, B, and C and you're gonna make it. Anyway, I'd like to finally share this footage and this journey with you, my origin story, as it were. You know, it's crazy for me to look back at this 10-year-old footage and see the younger me, the excitement, the fear, the naivete, the reluctance, and the hope. I am so grateful that I didn't listen to the fear, that I followed my heart despite the challenges and stuck to my dream to come out here and give it a shot. So I hope maybe watching this, it can inspire you to do the same or encourage you to keep going at whatever it is that you dream for your life. Okay, so the big move. I started by having my friend Brandon interview me about why I was making this move. Ever since I was a child, I made my parents sit through little plays that I would put on. I'm pretty sure they were horrible. I used to write short stories all the time when I was small. I didn't know that I wanted to be a filmmaker until high school when I took a class called E&N. It was the Eagle News Network. And the teacher was nice enough to let us do some short film stuff. So me and my friend Greg, we did a superhero, Brotherhood of Righteous Avengers. It was a little superhero thing, and it just turned my mind on so much to filmmaking. And I got to act in it, and we got to come up with the story, and it was just so much creativity. I just love the art of creating, the act of creating. Just, I'm passionate about it. It stimulates me. And filmmaking gives me that opportunity in a way that I don't think just doing one thing ever could. So that's what I love about it. I've been in plays on the acting side. I've been in a couple of short films. More recently, I went to the University of Memphis and graduated with a degree in filmmaking. I've run my own small business doing commercials and local things like that. And now I feel like I'm taking the next natural step, which is moving to LA to try to take what I love, what I've been studying for, what I've made my life, and just take it to the next level. It's been stressful. I'm excited, but at the same time reluctant and stressed because, you know, you have to get just simple stuff like the utilities. I got to pack up this room, and it just kind of weighs on me. And I think it's definitely something that I have to do because I'm leaving some people and some things behind that really conflict me, you know. It's sometimes you don't really know if you're making the best choice, or if you're making the right decision. But there's just some things that you know you can't be happy without at least trying. And for me, like going out here and just risking it all for the chance or the possibility to just say that I tried to live my dream is enough, you know. And if I've made the right choice in everything, I really don't know. You know, there's some unfinished business that I'm leaving. But I think ultimately it's what I have to do. So on this journey, my best friend from college, John Thomas, also came with me. He dropped everything and decided to come out and pursue music and acting?
I mean, honestly, you know, I feel good. I feel good. I'm kind of scared, nervous, but overall, you know, I feel good. It's tough because, you know, I'm leaving my family and friends behind, and it probably won't really hit me until I get up there. So, just uprooting and going completely across the country. I don't know anybody out there except for Ellis. You know, just be Ellis and I, which that's good. But anybody else, I don't really know anybody. So, it's definitely a challenge, man. But I mean, even so, I mean, I can't stop. If I'm gonna make such a huge move and take such a huge risk, man, I gotta win.
And that in itself was amazing because right from the start, I had a roommate. I had somebody who was on the same journey and could support me. Also, my ever supportive mom came along to help us with the drive.
Yeah, we're headed to the Grand Canyon now. Looking at the beautiful Texas landscape, smelling all the smells from the dairy farms and the beef ranches.
Put it over here. What he actually needs is the cow poop.
Exactly. It's trying to be nice.
It's overwhelming. Nasty.
I just have to reemphasize real quick that is a tumbleweed in Texas. And literally it's high noon. I saw the tumbleweed at high noon. I think it's state law you have to duel. All right. 1, 2, 3.
Fire up!
Ooh. I should have zoomed out. I think JT died though.
He's dead.
He dead.
So from Memphis to Texas, everything seemed to be going pretty smoothly, but then this happened.
We're just having car trouble now.
My car broke down, and the damage was basically irreparable, at least in the time span that we had. So I was devastated in the beginning. I remember being on the side of the road and some nice people coming to try to help us out. Eventually we had to get the car towed, and thankfully, with the help of my parents, I was able to get a new used car at what I think was the only car lot in the city. I got the car, but it was smaller than a Highlander, so I had to also rent a moving truck. But despite all the difficulties, we were back underway with an unexpected car note to add to my already super stretched thin budget. And because of this delay, we had to scrap our planned trip to the Grand Canyon. I still haven't been. Hopefully I'll get there soon. But eventually, John and I made it to our apartment safe and sound. Just as a little side logistical note for any actors who are planning to move, John and I actually flew down to LA a couple of months prior to work out our living situation. I did a ton of research down to the crime statistics of each neighborhood, and we kind of found a place we thought we might be working near if we happened to get into the industry. But it turned out to be a great location, and we were super, super lucky. We actually signed the lease on the last day that we were in town, flew out that next day, and felt super relieved. At least we had a place that we were coming to. It's been smooth sailing ever since. Not really. It was a complete struggle to make it those first couple years, trying to find that balance between finding a job that will pay you enough to live and be flexible enough that you can go out on auditions. This was before self-tapes were huge, so you had to show up at an audition spot, which meant you couldn't be working at that same exact time. Trying to find that balance and also do enough work so that you could build a portfolio to stand out in this extremely competitive industry. I mean, that's a whole video in itself. I lost my very first commercial agent because I had a call back for a big commercial and I had to show up at a job at the same time on two opposite sides of town, and there was no way to make it to both. But that's a story for another video. As I said before, I feel like I've been extremely blessed lately, and I think it's a combination of producing my own work, having an amazing rep team, and just doing the work. Despite all the rejections, all the near misses and disappointments and all the no's, just putting in the work and continuing to keep the dream alive and match that passion with work ethic. If you're an actor watching and you have any questions about the process, leave them in the comments and I'll try to answer you, or do a video answering several questions about the process and the journey. I do plan on doing more actor journey related videos as it relates to the past and as it relates to my present. I genuinely hope that the momentum that I have now I can keep going, but you never know in this industry and it's always unpredictable, but I have a lot of faith. There you have it. Now you are up to speed on the journey from Tennessee to LA, chasing our dreams and still going. Thanks for watching.